All right, welcome back. Let's get this all set up here properly. Yep, another build for tonight, this late night. This is going to be building this later on. Talk about that in a minute, but first let's talk about the weird-ass 486 ATX AT case thing that I've been building for quite some time now. And what was that ladder? Oh, get back here. Okay. Nope, still in there. Oh no, I know what that is. Okay, anyways. So there's nothing wrong with the Russian board. In fact, there's nothing wrong with the Hungarian board either. The Russian board remains, and what I had done is I had put in some thought into what's going on here. And I ran it again just the other day. I was playing with my, the 486 I had, and I just booted off a plain DOS boot disk just to see if that guy's program could run. It didn't, and I'm like, okay, but this is the hardware that it ran on, so what gives? And sure enough, the only problem with it was it just needed a specific string in the config.sys file to get it to show that, it's there's a specific RAM parameter that it had to EMM386.exe. I don't remember what it was. It was a specific address. And without that line, the program wouldn't run. So, yeah, that was interesting. So, in any case, it's working fine now. Apparently. Okay, I'm going to try the CRT. And, yeah, I just wanted to wrap that up because it is done. Just a final test before I close it up. It was working earlier. It would be very embarrassing if it doesn't work now. I don't know, maybe I shook it or something. There's no beeps. Alright, whatever. I'm going to spend a few minutes on this and move on. Set that video card in properly. As these things move around. I also blew up my pulse tester on... Oh, there we go, yeah. It was just the video card was not seated correctly. So, bring that up to the main screen. Doesn't like the... Alright, that's weird. It worked on the CRT. There we are. Okay. So, nothing fancy. 4 megs of RAM, 50 megahertz DX2, 256K video card. All it needs to do is run this weird program. Oops. There it is. All it needs to do. So it's doing so. And yeah, I mean, it's a very straightforward build. There's nothing special about the system at all. ATX power supply, 4 megs of 30-pin RAM, through an adapter. I've got a basic I/O card. There's no VLB on here. There's no cache on here. It had a built-in controller card, but the seller told me he couldn't get it working, and neither could I, so regular card went in. Yeah, I mean, it's a solid, simple piece of tech. 2 gig drive in here, formatted to a 512 so that this BIOS can see it. The program itself fits on a diskette, but what you gotta do. So that's that. That closes the chapter on this build. Finally, that was... So, tips to anyone out there, troubleshooting or getting their A+ or something. It's not just hardware you have to look at. You got to look at software. And, be inquisitive. Don't just give up right away. Troubleshoot further. For me, it was just a stroke of luck, really. That, that it worked, because I just tried it on another system after a DOS boot, a clean DOS boot. And I'll find the screw for that later. And that's pretty much it for that 46. I have another 46 somewhere, but for now, we're going to focus on this. I'm not sure if I did any kind of introduction onto this system. This is a nice, beautiful case. All right, I mean, this is loose because I have to get it to say 40. It said 33 before. Equipment is 120 meg IDE Maxter, 1.44 floppy, 5.25. I don't know if it works. This is the only diskette I have right now, and it doesn't work on anything that I put it in. So I don't know. That came out of the Hungarian 46, which did work when I got it. I don't know. Quad speed Mitsumi, and let's look at some of the hardware. So I pre-tested most of this stuff. This is a weird power supply. So I'm gonna just be putting an ATX in, or an ATX sideways. I have some sheet metal. I'm gonna fix that up nicely so it looks good. I'm gonna switch on the side, but that's not the topic of today's video. The topic of today's video is this. Biotech MB1333/40 PME-CH ROM BIOS date of 1989, and I know this works, and there's no corrosion around the battery. The previous owner did remove it. 32K of cache, or 64, I can't remember. So I guess it's all right for games. DX 40 386 chip, very nice board. I think I had one of these in the past. It obviously is going to need a CMOS battery, which I will solder in right now. And for that, we're going to default combo of rechargeable coin cell, the lithium ion, 3.6 volt. It's a mess because I've just been doing 50 things at once here. So yeah, it's messier than usual. There's 46 components everywhere. There's a whole bunch of stuff over there. Anyways, so same as always. Positive down. Close that up. Make sure that's off for now. We solder that into the board, and we get to assembling. So this should be a no surprises build. I know that a lot of this stuff works. I'm aiming for an early 90s gaming system with this. We got a nice 7-segment display displaying, I think, what did I say, 40 and 10, I think. No, 33 and 10 is what it was showing. And I like that these are already coated. And very, very, very little corrosion. I don't know where my solder sucker is. Don't judge. Or do. That's fine. Judge me in the comments. That's okay. I don't see you putting a 386 together. Or maybe you are. I don't know. Anyways, do whatever. And that's almost out. All right, I'm going to get my tweezers. Perfect. Oh, that's a nasty leg. And the ground you go. Get that crap out of there. Nice clean solder down. Ooh, that smells. So for this build, nothing too fancy. As you saw some of the components already. I'm going to try to be as error correct to this as I can. It's not always possible. I put the CD-ROMs from like 1994 or something like that. It's a 4-speed, which would have been maybe not a rarity in the 386DX40, but actually I might kind of would be. So I already lost my battery. Perfect. Oh, there it is. Top of the motherboard. almost done here. We can put that in and fire it up. I'm thinking of giving it 8 megs of RAM, just because I recently discovered I have a lot of 30-pin sims, so I'll get that sorted out nicely. It's looking not so clean here. Earlier today, I actually drove my first right-hand drive car. I've been in them a whole bunch of times. And where was it? Singapore, I think. Hong Kong for sure. Japan. Yeah, those are all places I was at. Never driven it. So to drive what was it? It was a Toyota Celsior or something like that. Wow, for like a 20-year-old car, that thing is pretty luxurious. It's a V8 4.3. Can't even tell you're actually driving it. Like, all you hear is tire noise. It's ridiculous. It sounds like a Tesla. Except, obviously, if you give it the beans, it'll pick up and make some noise, but very little. It's incredible. Yeah, driving right-hand drive in a left-hand drive country is kind of weird. So I'm glad I did that. Got that off my bucket list. Never thought I'd do it in Canada, or in North America. Well, never say never, but yeah, I assume I would have done it somewhere in Asia at some point, but I guess not. Well, I'm grateful. That was fun. The guy who sold us a pony got another one. It's not fully mine in terms of I split it with a friend, but that's all right. Okay. It's not the greatest looking, but it'll hold. So what did I say? I want to put some more RAM in it? Sure, why not? We got some more sims here. Let's put them in. These have passed the muster as well. So, am I mixing 60 and 70 nanoseconds? I am not. Okay. 8 megs of RAM in BIOS date of 89. Still, this chip probably is like the early 90s, like 92. If you had 8 megs of RAM in your computer and it wasn't a 486, people would be like, what are you doing? Okay. All right. What do you need all that for? The truth is you don't. I have a bunch of mismatched pins here, sims that work. So figured, why the hell not? So that one goes there. That one looks like it could fit here. Okay. How many metal standoffs do we have? 2, and we don't have one in the corner there, so we're going to need another one. My laptop is overheating. My laptop. This is the one that I use, I guess. All right. There's 2 schools of thought to putting these motherboards in. Is have your standoffs all on the motherboard and then wrestle it in, or have them all like in place in the slots, and then slide it down. Neither method is 100%. I guess easy. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, there's always going to be some sort of you're going to wrestle with some parts here. That's going to be a given. There we go. Okay. So we'll find that. Actually, you know what? There's some tiny screws in here that I need to take out. Okay, good. Okay, so now we screw the board down. One. And two. Okay, that's pretty nicely in there. What's next? Let's look at the stuff we're putting into it, I/O-wise. Gold Star 2C standard 16-bit controller. Pin 1. I have to find myself a 25-pin serial header. I will not waste time doing that now. All right, IDE also goes in here. Pin 1 is there. And this slot, sure, why not? This thing almost looks brand new. I don't even know where I got this from. It literally looks like it hasn't been used. For video, or for sound, I have not done any research on this. This is a MediaVision MVA 508. Looks like it has some kind of controller on it, but it looks like a floppy 30-pin or something. Yeah, it must be some really proprietary stuff. Speaker out here. The caps look good. Oh, except that one. That one has a hole in it. 16 volts, 100 microfarads. I might have, yeah, it has like a legit hole in it. Holy crap. Here, look at that. Right at the top there. That's okay. Well, that's not going in right now. Then I suppose I have to change that. I could also, for now, throw in this 82C924. These sound pretty good. I don't know if this has a real OPL on it or a bootleg, but I have an Opti in my main 46, and it's great. So, you know, not worried about configuring that tonight. For video, I have this rather era-correct, beautiful Zymos Quad-Tel VGA with 512K of cache, and I've got a dual head on it with VGA and EGA. So that's about era-correct. We'll put that here. Yeah, sound will be in the back there. Maybe here, right there. Okay, good. Now, got to hook up a power supply. I had one here. Here's a nice ATX unit. And what do we got here for watts? 286 watts. This looks brand new. Yeah, this doesn't even look like it's ever been used. Kind of still smells new. Okay, well, I've already immediately identified the first problem. Not that it's an ATX. That doesn't matter. I have ordered like 10 of these from eBay. They're super useful. So that right there is taken care of. I'll have to break that extra 24th pin off or something. So go like this or like this? Like this. Okay. It's fine if you just take this off. tends to be easier. In any case, that's not going to be the main problem. The main problem is I need a lot of connectors. I need 4 Molexes. 4? 1, 2, what's down there? Oh, nothing. Okay. 3 Molexes, and I have 1, 2, and a floppy. Okay, so at the very least, I can get the hard drive to spin up and boot. That'll be fine. Okay. There. A little bit of persuasion. Got that in. As always. So I was thinking something like this. With the fan out, or maybe like that. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be like this. Yeah, that's it. And then I'm going to cut that. Well, you can't see anyway what I'm talking about, but yeah, there's going to be a sheet metal plate here. Probably somewhere like this. So yeah, that'll be the subject of a future video. Or I might do it off cam. I still have a lot of work to do with this, such as configuring the software and the hardware, of course. Tonight's goal is just to get it to boot, which I'm fairly sure it will, because I know like all these components do work. Just they've never been tested with each other. So, all right. So hard drive here. Ooh, I'm gonna bolt that down. Oh, actually, I'm gonna do this. Hard drive and floppy. Right. Get the floppy plugged in. Yes, this. And I'm going to have to cut one of these SATA power adapters and look into my bag of wires and make one more for the CD-ROM. So now we'll tuck that away neatly into the unused portion. Prepare these ones for jumping. And this. Oh, right. I don't know which one's which one. Which way does it go? Red towards the power, usually. Okay, I think we're ready to power this on. Just make sure these are not touching right now. Just set them aside here. Get them in position. Oh, it's a good thing I checked that. Oh, yeah, that was, yeah, okay, what the hell was that? Nice, that's on video. What did I blow? Shit, I blew a cap. What happened? How did that happen? Are we live on this? Might still work without that cap. Let's see. Well, that was my first major pickup. Electro boom this or what? Oh, I know why. Okay, so the this must have grounded out somewhere while that was plugged in the way that it shouldn't have been. So, and I can't even test it with my postcards, so I don't know. Let's see if this will go. Basically black to black. It wasn't black to black, but I managed to get one of them out in time. So let's see. Hopefully no damage to the bus. And the culprit is these used to have nice plastic shields on them, but I guess where I got them from now cheaped out even more. And well, we don't need that. So they touched somewhere off screen. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, I plugged in the wrong monitor. Okay. Okay, so it sort of works. Yeah, the video card isn't in completely, but okay, that's not bad. That just disconnect that. That is what a shitty cheap move that was. Now I gotta find like plastic to put these things in individually. I don't know. This is dumb. Or you know what? I'll just unplug it from the mains. There we go. Definitely, I need another one of those tantalum caps. Oh, there's parts of it everywhere. Nice. Okay. Great. Good stuff. You know what? I don't even know if I should bother screwing any of this stuff in. At least the video, so I can get the right color out of it. It's a good thing those wires didn't touch when the AT header was plugged in backwards, because yeah, that probably would have killed everything. At least the board, and then I would have been out of board, which would suck. As it stands, I need to figure out what kind of cap I blew up there. I think before I subject this to any kind of further testing, I measure the rail voltage. I can't even do that because this just broke. Oh, this is not a night for working on computers. Okay, that's the way I'll do it for now. Okay, let's measure the rail voltage. Okay, we got 4.97 on the 5 volt. .6 on the 12. Okay, it's not too bad. All right. Yeah, so no point in bolting anything further down because, yeah, I'm just going to make sure that this boots up, and then I think off cam I'm going to get myself one of those capacitors, and while I'm at it, do the power supply. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Okay. That's there, that's there, that's there. That is there. Let's do. Oh, then. All right, so we're getting some video there. And we have 8 megs of RAM. I was gonna plug some headers in, but yeah, like I said, there's no point now. Okay. Keyboard is here. Okay, we don't have a... Oh, but I wrote the CHS values on the wall there. Okay, perfect. So we will do this. What is today? August, I don't know, 11th, 12th? Something like that. Okay. Oh yeah, it's the 11th. This trips me out going through these dates so fast when you're setting this up. It's like, imagine a year went by that quickly. You'd be dead in like a minute, maybe less. And it is 11:35. All right. Daylight saving. Yeah, I wonder how accurate that is these days. All right, we're going to put in the values of 1010, 12 heads, 55 sectors, 320. Oh, whoops, I'm looking at the wrong one. 24. Yeah, I have like the back of a drywall here between studs. And I just write down all sorts of stuff on it. One day you guys will see it, maybe. 14 heads, 17 sectors, should be 119. Okay, we have a 1.44 and a 1.2. Let's go to advanced, typematic rate. Yeah, I always do this. No delay. You'd be getting down with no delay. Disable that. Sure. Doesn't have one. No numeric processor. Whitetech processor. Does it support that? Oh, look, it does. 3167. Huh. Never had one of those, though. Floppy drive secret boot enabled. Cache memory enabled. Password checking option disabled. What does advanced chipset say? Hidden refresh, slow refresh. I'm not going to mess with any of this stuff until I get some baseline. So let's do. Okay. One of my floppies are plugged in backwards because both of the LED lights are on. And it is starting DOS. It's trying to find a CD-ROM. I don't have a power connector for it, so it's going to go. Okay. I don't know what the drawback of running that cap blown like that is, so I'm going to shut this off right now, and I will see you in the next build of this video series about this 386, which might be interjected with 486s and Pentiums and whatnot. Yeah, that was interesting. That was my first screw up on cam. Nice. That's probably why people don't do this stuff live. Yeah. Partial blame goes to the Chinese manufacturer who decided to take off the little rubber grommets off of these connectors here. And they touched somewhere off cam, or did that, or pretty much just did that, yeah, because one of these is just a ground signal. While I was removing the last of the not plugged in properly, what are these things? Bloody motherboard connectors. Yeah. So, lesson to you all. Learn from that mistake. If anybody out there is building similar systems in a similar way. Well, that is all for now. Do widzenia.